Yeah, this is really, really impressive from Luca Marini in tricky conditions, pushing in this qualifying session. How is he getting on in Sector 3? Might just miss out on a place on the front row. Marc Marquez is on course to go on to the front row now, as is Jack Miller. Pol Espargaro goes up to second, and Miguel Oliveira now up to third to break the Tech 3 hearts.
But still nobody able to get within 0.7 of a second of Pecco Bagnaia. Pol Espargaro then second, Oliveira in third place, Petrucci down fourth. Now then, what can Marc Marquez do? He goes onto the front row. Good lap that by Marquez, a 1:33.850. Miller though now makes it a factory Ducati 1-2. A 1:33.250. The Aussie second behind his teammate Pecco Bagnaia. This is all going perfectly to plan for the Ducati Lenovo team right now.
Factory Ducati 1-2, Repsol Honda 3-4, and then 3 KTMs. Oliveira, Petrucci, Lecuona. Miguel Oliveira here, who has been really strong actually in all conditions so far this weekend, in the wet and now in the dry as well. He's got Petrucci for company actually just behind. Jack Miller turning up the wick, 700ths down through Sector 1. This lap for Oliveira might just squeeze him onto the front row. Miller then up in Sector 2.
Well, Steve mentioned it. We've had to wait an awful long time for Jack Miller to be in P1 in Parc Ferme on a Saturday afternoon. Termas Rio Hondo back in 2018. Now then, what can Miguel Oliveira do? Is there any way back onto the front row for him? No, not quite. It was close. He got up to fourth, just about 100th away from Pol Espargaro. Luca Marini trying to get himself back into those first two rows. Has that been job done for him? It certainly has. Marini back in fifth.
Here comes Jack Miller though. Is this the moment he gets himself back on pole? He's been down in the dumps a bit of late, has Jack Miller, but what a way this would be to bounce back. This is of course Ducati's home territory. Jack Miller, final sector. Has he nailed it? Across the line, not quite. 200ths of a second down, and there's yellow flags in sectors 1 and 2 again.
Yeah, right where Jack Miller is now then. All of the Ducati top brass are in attendance. Oh, it's Petrucci that's taken a spill in turn 6. The yellow flags will be out then.
Yeah, Marc Marquez is about to see them. There are the yellow flags as he sits up. It's just here, turn 6 now, this left-hander. So they've got to go round. They'll get one more flying lap.
Has Petrucci done a big favour to his former paymasters here? Is that going to secure pole position in a top one, a Ducati 1-2 for Bagnaia and Miller? Yellow flags quickly withdrawn. Session back up and running. What can Miguel Oliveira do? He was a whisker away from the front row on his last lap. This is a pretty decent lap he's putting together as well now on the number 88, the RC16. He attacks hard on that front end into the final corner. Over the line he'll come. There's yellow flags back up again. Oh, it's a nightmare for Tech 3. Lecuona's back on the floor, and Oliveira does pinch third place. A 1:33.439. It's hard to know where to look. There's so much going on.
His lap's been cancelled, Matt, because of the yellow flags on the lap before for Danilo Petrucci. So Pol Espargaro was reinstated on the front row.
And it's still Bagnaia on a home pole position with a 1:33.045.
Last chance saloon now then. Does it change? Miller's come into the pits, so that's his last go. Looks like Bagnaia's pole here. It really does. What an effort from Pol Espargaro, by the way. Not many people would have seen him on the front row in a dry qualifying session here in Misano, but that's a very good job indeed from him.
Yeah, superb that by Pol Espargaro. His teammate Marc Marquez at the moment back of the second row in 6th place. But the clock ticking down towards checkered flag time. And at the moment, it's P1 to Pecco. Here he is then. He's in hot there though. That's at turn 13, so he runs well wide. There's another faller. There's another faller. And again, it's in that first sector. It's Marc Marquez. Marc Marquez is furious with himself. He was on the deck in FP4 at turn 15. He nearly high-sided himself to the moon at the start of this session. And it's turn 6 again. Left-handers. Turns 2, turn 6 and turn 15 are proving an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, and because of the yellow flags out in the previous lap, he went across the line 6 seconds slow. He'd lost heat from those tyres, crucially. Now then, have these yellow flags cost Luca Marini, because this would be a sensational front row for the Italian. His brother, in his final outing in Misano, might be at the back of the grid, but a smile would be put back on his face if this one happens. Here comes Luca Marini across the line. He's on the front row. Excellent job from Luca Marini.
Will that lap time stand then? There's been yellow flags galore in this session. Look at Pablo Nieto, Sky VR46 team boss. He's absolutely pumped. What a stunning late charge that was then from Luca Marini. Overshadowed of late by the brilliance of his teammate Enea Bastianini, but Luca Marini on course for his first front row start in MotoGP, and a lockout for Ducati in their home round. Bagnaia on pole again for the fourth successive race, the first time a Ducati man has done that since Casey Stoner 13 years ago. Miller will be second, Luca Marini third. Is there anybody going to...
Oh, Zarco's gone down now. He was chasing down Pecco Bagnaia.
Trapped under the bike as well there.
And he's fuming. Pramac Ducati, who were P1 and P2 this morning in FP3, are 10th and 12th in this session, but you have to give so much credit. There's so much to admire about Pecco Bagnaia, about the way he's gone about his business this year, and particularly the way he's gone about this afternoon, because that was not easy at all.
That's great to see as well. There's a bit of concern there. Johan Zarco had that right leg pinned underneath that Pramac Ducati, but he's quickly back on his feet. It looked like he was just braking on the curb there. That can always end in disaster. But what a day for Ducati. Bagnaia, Miller and Marini on the front row. Let's hear from Ducati Sporting Director Paolo Ciabatti with Simon.
Yeah, that's why I had to come and see you, Paolo. A Ducati lockout at home. How do you feel about that?
We feel great. Pecco is a fourth consecutive pole position. Jack second. Luca Marini did a fantastic job. And obviously Fabio and John Mir out of the first 4 rows. This is a good start for tomorrow, so let's see, but we're very happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.